Hello, everybody. We'll be starting very soon. Just had to get a few things out of the fridge and all that, and get stuff prepped a little bit. Nothing too extensive. There's more prep work involved with this, but it has to do with beforehand rather than during. If that makes any sense. So, no need to worry, Yeah, I ain't worried. Okay. I use my phone, like I use an app that connects to OBS to do my transitions for me while I'm in the kitchen. So give me a second, guys. welcome. This should be the transition button right here. Here, there we go. Perfect. All right. Hello, everybody. It's me again. It is a happy Mother's Day to all those mothers out there. I haven't sent my mom a message yet because I know it'd be more of a conversation. And I don't have time for conversation right now because we're doing the stream. But I'm also covered in cat hair too because Sue was sleeping on me earlier. But anyway, we are making miso soup for the first time today. I've never made it before. It seems very simple. It's just a lot of processes involved beforehand and kind of during. Mainly right over here, you'll see there's a pot to my right. There's some seaweed in here. It's been soaking for 4 hours. Actually, as of maybe like 15 minutes from now, it'll be 4 hours. But either way, depends on the recipe. But some of them say overnight. Some of them say 8 hours. Some say 4 hours. Some say even an hour. So it just depends on who you're following at that point. They have different methods and such too as well. But anywho, we're doing something a little bit different today. By different, I mean I haven't done a practice run on this one. Usually I do some sort of practice run beforehand, and I haven't. So with that, I'm kind of going in blind, or first playthrough as they say on Twitch now. But anyway, I don't have my apron on yet, don't have my crown on yet. I barely did my hair. You know, I'm just kind of meh, and I don't know what Sue's doing right now. She's messing with something. What are you doing? Yeah, you being a big old baby. Hey, Val, how you doing? But yeah, anyway, yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing today. It doesn't seem to take too long. And for today's recipe, I'm actually using my Final Fantasy 14 cookbook today for miso with tofu. Let's see, it's right here. There you go, miso with tofu. There's the recipe right here. This is the one we're using today. And this one calls for the kombu, which is the seaweed, to be set aside with the water for 4 hours. And then we'll go from there. But we're going to go by the book. We'll be cooking by the book today for sure, because I want to keep it as simple as possible. So I'm going to show you a couple of different things that go into today's recipes for those that are unfamiliar. One of them is not zero sugar A&W. That's what I'm going to be drinking. I'm going to grab the kombu out of here since I don't have to use that. I think I want to say it's kombu or kombu, but I don't know how to pronounce it. But anyway, it's dried seaweed. You can't see it very well in here because it looks kind of like ashy, but it's just like big pieces of seaweed flattened. And it's not something you eat, it's something that's used for flavor. And that's why it's soaking, because this water is taking that flavor right now and using it for its own methods. Anyway. What's that? Meow? You better not jump anywhere near this knife, then. Anyway, let me see. Let me miss out in chat. Hey, Dreamy, miso soup sounds really good right now. Yeah, like from all the recipes I've seen, Japanese, not Japanese miso soup, but like miso soup in general is typically like a Japanese soul food. Is what a lot of people say, or like a comfort food. Go ahead. Yeah, go up there. Go ahead. Come here, big old baby. The big old baby wants to jump up right now, but she's just being a baby and she doesn't want to do it. Come on, go over there. But anyway, yeah, so that's one of the starting ingredients. The other ingredients that we're going to use is we're going to make this water we have here with the kombu into what they call dashi, a dashi stock. And dashi stock is made with bonito flakes. These things. It's dried fish that is like shaved off essentially. It's like the hard brick of dried fish is shaved into these flakes. They're very delicate. As soon as they hit some moisture, they just curl up or move. It looks really interesting. But you'll see them sometimes on sushi rolls and other stuff like that, or other dishes or soups. I like them personally. Thanks for the shout out there, Val. I appreciate that. Can you give one to K-Mads as well, too? And then, of course, yourself, Val. Hey, don't fuck around with that. I know we're PG-13, but don't fuck around with that. Okay, let's see. There you go. Anyway, I need to get my phone near me. I have it charging right now, that's why I keep walking back and forth. Derper, thank you for the 23 months. Yeah, 23 months with the big old baby of Sue, that's why. But yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this, eventually add the bonito flakes to it, and then we're going to simmer. Nothing boils though. Nothing boils for as far as like with these ingredients. If you boil the kombu, I heard it becomes bitter, so you can't boil it. You have to do it like a low simmer, or like barely a boil. Like when you start seeing like bubbles in the bottom. Same with the dashi. You don't boil that because I think it disintegrates when you boil it. I think that's how it works. I don't know, but there's big things about not boiling it. Then the other thing too that we're going to be adding on there is leeks. For this recipe calls for leeks. So we're actually going to just chop off the green and like light white parts, cut it in half, and throw it in there to heat up. Once that's all done, we strain it, and then we start adding in the miso. Hence the name. This is a white miso. Hey, Ashley, how you doing? Bonito flakes. Yeah, no, I love bonito flakes. They're great. Takoyaki. I haven't had those in a while, dang. But the miso right here, this is the white miso, shiro miso, and we're going to be using just a little bit of that. We don't need that much, but I got this big thing to keep making it, which is nice. And what you do with that is you start with everything with the dashi all drained out. You take like a little strainer like this, put your miso in there in the soup, and start to essentially kind of grind it until it dissolves. So it's not just like chunks of miso all over the soup. Hey, don't stand on there. Hey, Britton, how you doing? We're getting ready to start soon. I'm just explaining some of the things. Last thing, we got some green onions in there for like, I'm gonna let them cook a little bit in there with the soup, just because it's a good flavor and I like them. But a lot of it's like for garnish. So I guess with the warm water, technically, if it's thin cut, it'll cook it, so you don't really need to. And one of the last things in here is another dried seaweed. This one's called, Sue likes to rub up against it, is what it's called. Wakakame, I believe is how you pronounce it. It's a dried seaweed, and you let that kind of reconstitute into the in the water. You kind of get it rehydrated as you cook it. So it's gonna be pretty interesting. And the big old baby right here. Come here, Stinky. Hey, Try. If we can get a shout out for Triforce as well, and for Elite Shuda. Elite Shuda is a coworker of mine. I used his name already, but I don't know if he wants me to use it or not. But anyway, he's a coworker of mine for a long time. So get off that shit. And what's it called? So he streams as well. I believe he streams via PlayStation. Probably playing Call of Duty, I think, at the moment. Sue is just taking over right now. What are you doing right now? Why are you okay, you biting. You can get down. Alright, come on, go take a walk. And then, of course, I left it out because Sue was walking all over it. It's tofu. I'm going to chop that up into chunks and throw that in there. So we're going to have the seaweed, tofu, green onions, as well as all the stock. And I think it's going to be good. Thank you, Val. I appreciate that. Sue already loves the bonito flakes. I have a bag over here. I bought a fresh bag, but I have where is it? Everything's falling over. I have a bag that I already opened. I just didn't think I had enough to do the dashi, which I probably do. It seems like quite a bit in there, but it's like the bottom of the barrel too as well, and it may not be that fresh, so it's easier just to buy a new one. But she loves them. Yeah, no, I give it to her all the time. Hell, I even snack on it sometimes too as well. Doing good. Another proof of mold today in relation to crafting. Oh, Ashley. So let's see. We got a lot of shout outs for everybody. I think we got everybody shouted out, right? We got Derper, we got K-Maz, we got Dream Me. Oh, did you ever stream? Did you ever shout out yourself? No, you didn't. I'll do it for you, don't worry. There you go. So all those people, like I've mentioned before in the past, everybody that I shout out in the channel is somebody that I personally follow and watch. If I don't watch, I lurk. You know what I mean? So I enjoy their channels, and I'm very stingy with my likes. I treat them like gold. I'm very. Since we'll talk about it a little bit actually, since it's May is Mental Health Awareness Month, right, Sue? And I'm very like stingy with my likes and my follows because I feel like it's hard to focus time on everybody's streams. That's why I lurk a lot. But like some people, I just don't follow. I just don't get into. No offense to them. I just can't do it. I just can't get into their streams, and I don't want to mean anything mean to them. But everybody you've seen that I shout out, I personally follow. They're great people. Check them out if you want to. You don't have to. You're not forced to do anything ever in my channel. But if you would like to take a look at them, go check out the channel. Great people. So we're gonna do a little bit off our chest on that one. There we go. So we're good on that. I should put on the crown on that. Oh yeah, the other one too. She's playing right now, but Plasma Wasp is the t-shirt I'm wearing that's covered in cat hair. She's playing right now, and last time I wore the t-shirt, I had the apron on first before I even started. So I can't even see the t-shirt, so I'm paying her back today by wearing the t-shirt. It's modeled after the Metro games. What's up, Bubby? You want to go in there? Yeah. I think it's Metro 2033 or something like that. But anyway, yeah. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's get the apron. Let's get the apron of Val, if you wouldn't mind either. Send in Plasma shout out. I know she's live right now. But if not, I can do it. No problem. No rush. Oh, this thing's out of whack. Like, there's always one that's like a strand or a tie that's longer than the other, you know what I mean? And since I'm right-handed, the left side's always where I tie it. But like, right now, it's the other way around, so I'm like, thank you, Val, I appreciate that. Yeah, she's streaming right now, playing Rum and Tie 2. She does it every Sunday with a group of friends. Unless somebody cancels, of course. Like I'm tending to do all the time. Alright, there we go. We tied our thing. Let's put our goofy crown on too. F the crown. We don't have to wear it today. We don't have to wear it. We don't have to do it. I have hair. You can all see my hair today. Alright. So let's start out with the first part of the Zio Cook boot. So it says right here, place the kombu in a pot with water and set aside for 4 hours. That's what I've done right over here. After the kombu has been soaked, set the pot with the kombu over medium heat and bring to a boil. Which is funny because I've always heard people never say to boil it. Just before the water comes to a boil, remove it. Okay, there you go. Remove it. So it says remove the kombu from it. Yeah, that's what you do. So I need a bowl. What you doing, big baby? Now, I'm going to throw away the kombu, but I've seen other things where people say, like, you could take the boiled kombu and the what's it called, the bonito flakes, and then you take those and dry them out, grind them up, and you could put them on rice seasoning. Yeah, those are dishes in the sink, unwashed. Those are 2 strainers, a bowl, a Dutch oven, a plastic container. Hey, get out of there! What did I tell you about that? No, you're in trouble. Come here, big baby. I'm gonna turn you upside down, make y'all mad. Oh, big baby. Yeah, those are dirty dishes, unwashed. Those are a strainer, a cookie sheet, a thing that I cook bacon on, a cutting board, plastic container, the rice basin for my rice cooker, and a pan and another pan. Why? Because I live here. I gotta wash all the damn dishes. If you want me to wash the dishes, donate $20 because you're gonna pay for a dishwasher. I ain't doing it right now. So we're gonna be making some miso soup soon. I'm gonna open up the soda because I'm thirsty. I have to drink 0 sugar stuff because diabetes. There we go. Try ain't gonna give me $20. She's like, F those dishes. Alright, so what we're gonna do then is we're going to, like we said, we're gonna put it up to a not a boil, but right before a boil. And the reason I have a bag right here is because I'm gonna put the kombu in there, and the kombu's very like slimy, so I don't want to grab it with my hands. I'm gonna use these tongs over here to do that. So as I sit around and pace around my kitchen, let me move some stuff around so I can actually get work done. Oh no! The leak. There's a leak in my cord. And then the phone cord is around it. That's cool. Feels like I'm doing everything right today. I have too many cords in this kitchen. There we go. Okay. Alright, so let's direct it down here. Now this pan that I have, it's seen better days. It's definitely seen better days. It's a non-stick pan that is sticking now. because I've used metal utensils on it. Why? Because I don't care. Let me just move stuff around. Move this plug over here. Stay over there. Yeah, non-stick pen is sticking? Yeah, because I effed it up. That's why. Alright, so let's go ahead and put this. It says medium-high heat. Is this thing even gonna light now? Am I gonna die? There you go. Okay, you're doing that. In the meantime, I need to wipe off this thing. And I wiped off like the sink and all the stove, but I didn't get this front part of it right here. It's a little gross. Just gonna admit it. A little gross. Oops, yeah. Don't like it. Needs a good washing. Don't try me. No, because if you do donate that money, I still won't want us to do this. I'm lazy. That's why it's over there. Alright, so we put it on medium heat. We're going to put it right before it gets to a boil. And then we're going to take it out. Then we're going to do the dashi and all that stuff. It's going to be fun. Try to move the stuff around a little bit too so I can kind of see it. What's up, Sue? Why are you being a baby? Well, she can have my cat. She's a big old baby over here, right, Sue? Yeah? Yeah, you being a baby. Anyway, so we're doing that part, which is, if you've ever watched anything boil, it's like watching paint dry. So in the meantime, let's just get our measurements ready. We're gonna need our leek. 1 leek, cut in half. White and light green parts only. And then, where is it? And then we're gonna do it says a 1/4 cup of bonito flakes. Which is funny because I've heard other people say the same amount of, what do we call it? The same amount of water each time. But some people say like a handful to like 2 handfuls of bonito flakes or this and that. They give you like almost like an exact amount, which is kind of funny. But it varies. Okay, that's that. And if you hear Sue having a good old time over here, it's because she's playing with a cap that came off the soda that I was drinking the other day. Yeah, Sue, go get it. Get it, you big baby. So we need the white and light green part only. Seems like a shame to throw it away, but I got plenty of leeks. Let's move this over here as I do it. So, what it was calling for is it wants this cut in half. Now the funny thing is like I'm thinking about cutting it that way, and I'm like, do it mean long way? It doesn't say. But for the sake of this pan, I'm gonna cut it this way. I'm gonna cut it in half like that. It should be easier to retrieve after we're done too as well. That's kind of gross. Look at that. A little bit of dirt on there. Chop the butt end of this thing off too as well. Be right back, though? Okay. So we're going to do it that way. And then I think if I cut this in half long ways, it's going to become unraveled and it's going to become a little more difficult to deal with. So we're not going to do that. So we're just going to wait for this to, like I said, come right before a boil. And we're going to take that out and we're going to throw on the dashi. Not the dashi, the bonito flakes. The leek and the bonito. Oh, leek goes first. Then the bonito flakes. Then you remove everything. Remove the pot of meat, let it sit for 5 minutes, almost like tea. Strain through 5 minutes. Strainer can be stored in an airtight container in the refrigerator for up to 5 days. That's nice. That place will come in a bowl with hot water and rehydrate it. Okay. Okay, man. So now we're just waiting for this stuff to boil, or get right to a boil. Stay close enough. Yeah, close enough, yeah. It's not too bad. Lighting could be better, but whatever. Alrighty, so that's that. I'm gonna actually start getting the other stuff prepared soon. Put that in the hot water right there. I'm gonna get the miso and this part and the bonito. gonna be a good time. Oh yeah, scallions for the end too as well. Scallions, green onions, whatever you want to call them. It's funny because leeks, they're like from the same family, and they just seem like a giant green onion to me. Hopefully, I was talking to Phenom earlier, and the music's not too loud. He said it was at a good point, so I want it in the background for like the times that I don't talk, where I get a little quiet, just to kind of keep the stream momentum going a little bit, if that makes any sense. So we're looking almost there. I can see the bubbles on the bottom starting to form. So I think once they start rising up is when I start to remove it. I don't think it goes any more than that. What? What? What's the matter? You being a baby? Yeah, I'll give you some bonito flakes if you're good. No, you don't go in there. That's all the chemicals in there under the sink. Hey Ping, how you doing? Leeks are not a common Asian food ingredient though. I've seen it in a few dishes, but not too many. You know what I mean? Like, mainly this is what I've seen, and then like a few others, not too much. You see more green onion, you know what I mean, than anything. Or at least, you know, in comparison. But how you doing, Ping? What was that noise? What are you doing over there? Huh? You're acting crazy with something. She's over there just doing laps around the couch, but not on the ground. She's just crawling up the sides of it. Right, so there we go. We're right about this part, the part where we need to remove the kombu. Like I said before, you could take this and dry it out along with the bonito from when this is made. Dry it out and then grind it up, and you can use it as a rice seasoning. Yeah, you heard it too. But I heard like the seaweed as itself, like this, is not something you typically eat. It seems kind of leathery. Alright, so that is that. Now we have the leek and simmer for 30 minutes, it says. And there's a leek in the pan. Exactly, yeah, more green onion than leeks. Doing great, thanks. Can't believe I actually caught a cooking stream. Well, I'm glad you're here. I told everybody before, I'm kind of struggling a little bit today. Not motivation-wise, but I think just like mental health-wise. Like I was sitting there, not a panic, but like just kind of like, wow, what am I? You know, I need to get this done. But I felt like pressure from my own self, not pressure from people, but like from me. And I was just having a struggle, and I kept towing the line between canceling and keep going. But then I told everybody I was guaranteed to do it today, so I was like, I gotta do it, gotta do it, gotta do it. How far are you from California Disney? Maybe about an hour and a half at the very most. It depends on traffic. There's a freeway we go up, and it connects to another one that goes west. And if we follow that one, it leads us straight to Disney. But it's kind of far in the sense of like traffic. You know what I mean? Like distance-wise, it's not that far, but like traffic can get pretty bad. So I would say it's about an hour to an hour and a half at the very most away. I've never been. I know my younger brother has a season pass, so he goes with my dad a lot. Glad that you're here. I can almost smell the seaweed. Well, thank you, Ping. I appreciate it. But yeah, we're gonna get this up to a simmer. We're gonna let it simmer for 30 minutes, which means we got a lot of time. We got a lot of time to do other stuff like chop up the tofu. You know, get the wakame ready. Wakame, I think it is. Wakame. I have to look at it again. Wakame, I think is what it's called. And of course, the bonito. We start giving those to Sue. I'm using a firm. It's a firm tofu. Because they had like super firm and silken and all that. I figured it'd be easier to go with firm. I think I've used that in the past. They've had like extra firm and all that, but I was like, I don't want it to be too firm because it's supposed to be soft enough in the soup. But I've heard other people say don't use silken either, so I was like, So I was like, I'll just go firm. I know that one the most. I've heard of other people using fried tofu as well, which is interesting. I've always seen fried tofu in like dishes, like noodle dishes, but not necessarily, like a soup. Trying to get this to a simmer, not a boil. There we go. Okay, there we go. That's perfect. I never make miso soup like this. I just do water miso. Well, this is I'm using a cookbook today for today's recipe. I'm using the Final Fantasy 14 cookbook, which I've made stuff before, but I was like, let's do that, and I watched a couple videos to see what other people do. So that's what we're doing today. But yeah, I do have I bought the miso paste. I got that white soybean miso paste. So you could just do it off that easily. You know what I mean? But since I'm following the recipe today, I'm trying to do exactly what they're doing. It's definitely gonna taste better. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So let's go ahead and put our timer up for 30 minutes. Okay. In the meantime, while that's boiling, not boiling, but simmering, we're gonna prepare our tofu. Let's do the wakame. We need hot water for that though. It doesn't. I don't think it says the count, does it? Does it tell me how much? Oh, 1 tablespoon wakame. Okay. Is it wakame or is it wakame? Wakame sounds like it might be. You know what I mean? Sounds closer to probably what it should be. Of course, I'm basing this on some random stuff I heard from anime. You know what I mean? In the past, I have no judge. I have no standard on that. Okay, we have our hot water. I'm gonna get the wakame. I keep wanting to say Wakanda, but I know that's the wrong thing. Completely different continent. For the sake of being on the recipe, we're gonna do everything by the recipe. Meaning, like, if it says 1 tablespoon of that, we're doing 1 tablespoon of that. You know what I mean? Kind of corny, you know what I mean, when you think about it, but whatever. Okay. There's our 1 tablespoon. I kind of want to put more. If I were to make this again, I think I would double up on everything and make like a larger batch out of it. Yeah, we'll see. No big deal. Now, for those that can't see it right now, I have the seaweed I was mentioning. It's going to rehydrate now in some hot water. So I'm going to put that actually over here so it's out of the way. A lot of this stuff is like dried rehydration or constituting into it. Like this, like the paste is going to be constituted into it. The flavors of the other ones were reconstituted with water, not reconstituted, rehydrated, and it's all the little steps. You know what I mean? It's not too bad. It's not too difficult. It's just going through those actual steps and getting it done. That's where it gets a little funky. Because let's face it, I know I'm lazy, 100%, 200% actually. Just moving a few things around to make room. It's already starting to increase in size. It looks cool. At first, I was like, "No, that's nothing. 1 tablespoon that ain't gonna be enough." And then I see that, I'm like, "Oh, okay, man." All right, so let's go ahead and shift gears a little bit and see, get our dashi. How's it smelling? Let's get it. As my sense of smell is actually really bad. I always joke around and tell people that it's like lost my sense of smell in a motorcycle accident. This is smelling pretty good right here. There's a little bit of I don't want to say scum on top, but it's kind of weird. I think it's coming from the leak. But either way, we're gonna strain it when it goes to the next part. So let me get out the big strainer actually. It's smelling pretty good so far though, from what I can smell. I had to drop low just to see underneath this thing. Oh man, my old ass over here trying to bust down. Oh, I can't. There we go. There you are. That's what I was looking for. It's like now that I'm down here, I'm like, what else is there? I'm like, what else do I need down here so I don't have to get up again? Yeah, but I got the big strainer for the soup when it's on to the next part. Hey, big baby. We're gonna share some bonito flakes into you. You want some? Let's take this off of the soup real quick. See if she can see her from here. And the frame is barely in. She's barely in the frame. Sue, you want some of these bonito flakes? I might get a waft of these as soon as I open this thing up. Let's see. Oh man, that was quick. What steps are you? So after this, after the leeks, simmer for 30 minutes. I'm going to add the bonito flakes, and they're all going to simmer together for 15. And then from there, I'm going to strain it. Ooh, you want one of these? Yeah? Ooh, that's yours. I don't think you guys can see her. She's tearing up. You want another one? Yeah? Come here. Oh, good baby. She's a big old baby. Look at her. I'm gonna turn the air conditioner on. It's getting hot. Every time I cook, no matter what temperature it is inside the apartment, I always start getting warm. And I think I get it from my dad. Oh, she followed me. Look at that. You see that? I came back. Come on. You want one? Look. Over here. You're missing it. I do. I admittedly, I do. I was snacking on them one time. I'm like, I like fishy things. I like salty stuff. So I just started snacking on them. That was fun. Not dead yet, you know. Yeah, but I'd snack on them. Oh, you want some more? Oh, you want the bag? Here, come here. Come on, over here. Look. Look over here. Oop, I dropped it. Oh no, I dropped it again. I dropped it again. You better get it. She's gonna give up after a while. Come here, down here, boy. Or girl. She is just absolutely just tearing it up right now. It's hard to see her though. This vegetarian doesn't know anything. It's all good, man. No more, Bubba, okay? I'm giving you enough. So they only want us to put a 1/4 cup of bonito in here. Honestly, what I'm gonna do, I'm probably just gonna grab a handful and throw it in there. But at the same time, I do want to go by the recipe. But at the same time, I want to like be rebellious and do it differently. But we're gonna do it exactly the way they want it to, because that's the right thing to do, and we have a control. We have a control method involved at that point. So when we taste it, we're like, that was pretty good, but we could do it this way. No more. No more. No more. No more. Yeah, because they're very light. It's almost like, what do? Pack it in there, you know what I mean? So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to like not pack it, but like compress it to an extent. Yeah, but either way, no, they're good though. I like them. They're just a very light, salty, fishy snack. I gave you enough. Go play. Come on. Come on. Come on. No more. It's coming along. Yeah, Britton, it's coming along, man. Coming along. And I'll get the seaweed rehydrating over here. It doesn't say for how long though, which is kind of interesting. That's all good either way. We still have another 20 minutes left on this thing to simmer. It kind of almost looks like a boil at this point. Let's turn it down just a little bit. This cat's wild now that I gave her some bonito. It's like, now I've done it. Hey, leave that alone. Back up. Back up. If she gets too close to the stove, I worry, you know what I mean? Because I don't want her to burn herself. Get your big butt up there. I already gave you plenty. If I give it to you in a bowl, will you leave me alone? I know you don't want this. This is seaweed. I think you like the smell of seaweed, but you don't actually eat it. Alright, Bubba, come here. If I give you some dashi, or not dashi, some bonito flakes. She liked the dashi too, let's be honest. Put these in a little bowl for her so she can leave me alone. Okay, come on. Come on, nobody can see what you're doing right now. Come on. There you go. Take it out. Is it birthday song? I was gonna say that'd be funny if it is. I have a random like royalty-free cafe music in the background. Alright, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna actually cut the tofu. I need to drain it. I've seen a lot of people where they take it and they compress it and they dry it out. Not dry it, but like they put it between paper towels a moment. But we're not doing that today. Ooh, it's leaking already. That's cool. Oh no, Sue, you've had plenty of everything today. Go eat. Go to the place over there. I gave you a bunch. Oh no, I'm a fool. I drained it on the only side that's like easy to grab it and peel it open, you know, so now it's no longer easy to peel it and grab it. Sue, back up. You're dealing with a knife right now. Yeah. Yeah, if you're trying to fry it and stuff like that. Sometimes what I do is I dry it and I compress it, and then I put it into a what do they call it? I put it into like tacos, but it's cooked with like mushrooms and such. I swear to Jesus right now, see, you're being a pain in the butt. You have bonito flakes over there. I put them in a bowl for you. Go eat them. I was thinking about buying a slicer for tofu, and every time I've seen it, it's always like big chunks. And like for me, ideally, what I want is like something like that wide and like so like a tiny cube almost. You know what I mean? I like them smaller, but that's just personal preference at that point, you know. I haven't had a lot of fried tofu. I don't hate it or anything. I just don't eat it that often. You know what I mean? I think it's best in like noodle dishes. Trying to go for like almost not thin, but like very kind of like thinner tofu. Maybe. Stay in there. And for those of you that haven't had tofu before or not familiar with it, it's very soft. The texture is like it can range from any sort of like thicknesses and textures of thinness and stuff. So, but with mine, the one that I have right here, I don't know how to describe the texture that well, but it's like soft cheese almost, but still holds itself. Like this one's firm. And then with flavor wise, it doesn't really have a flavor of its own. Like it does, but doesn't. When you put it in soups and all that type of stuff, it absorbs that flavor. It becomes, it basically becomes part of it. So it's very much a flavor absorber, is what it is. For those of you that are like, oh, no, I'll never try that, or that sounds gross, or blah blah blah, give it a try. You'll probably like it. And if you want to be very careful about what you have, if you go to Chipotle, they offer a sofritas, I think it's called, and that's their tofu dish that they put in the burritos and the burrito bowls and all the tacos. That stuff is really good. I like it. I used to get it every time I go, even though I'm not vegetarian or anything like that. I just like it. It was good. It was tasty. There we go. And see, this is ideal for me. Like that one, that's pretty big, so it's not too bad. But like something like that is perfect. That's what I like. But that's just personal preference. You know what I mean? That's what I like to do. All right, so we have our tofu cut. We have our strainer for the miso, and we're gonna need 1 tablespoon of miso, or 2 to 3. It said. So 2 to 3 tablespoons. We're gonna start off with 2 and taste it and see how it goes, and then we'll add a third one if we want to. But partial to that flavor, I kind of want to do 3 because I like to overseason things as well. So that's just me. So we have our tablespoons for that, and then we're gonna go ahead and grind it. Like some people say, use a whisk. So I have this little whisk right here. I'm gonna use that to basically take the tofu or the miso paste and grind it in the little grinder right there. Tofu is a great flavor vehicle, and it's amazing in anything that really has a good sauce or broth for it to simmer in. Exactly. Yeah, it like assimilates the food basically as a flavor profile. It just kind of finds its way in and becomes part of it, which is nice. You know what I mean? It's good to have like meat alternatives and other stuff like that. Or even if you don't want to, like, what I'm trying to say is like some people are like, oh, I don't eat meat, so I eat tofu and other stuff like that. That's fine. Even as a carnivore, if somebody eats meat, it's still tasty. Eat it. You know what I mean? Don't be like, oh, I don't want to try that. I only eat meat. I don't eat tofu. Don't be silly. Like I was discussing something with somebody earlier in another stream, and I was saying, don't be closed-minded. It's like a closed mind learns nothing. So it's like, open your mind to different things. Their argument to me at that point was that like, well, like, open your mind up to my opinion. And I was like, I am, but I'm telling you, don't close your mind. So it was kind of funny. It was silly. But anywho, what do we got here? Let's see. My brother was texting me. I got a message from a good friend, Ella, too, as well. So let's move this over this way. I'm trying not to put our cord in the soup or the sauces like we did for our, what's it called? For our charging cord for the phone. I always do that. I always end up putting it like in the sauce or somehow, and it's like got like a cord wrapped or some sort of fabric around it. So it's like every time I see it, I'm like, oh, gross. You go, a closed mind learns nothing. Proverbs from the Chicken Prince. I'll move this around a little bit. It doesn't look like it's simmering anymore. I think I turned it down too low. So I'm going to have to turn that back up. It'll be fine either way, though. I bet you anything I heard that from, like, Kung Fu Panda or something like that. You know what I mean? Let me move this around too as well. That's sounding very well. There you go. I think it's a little bit better. I bet you anything. That's probably what I've seen. I probably watched some like Kung Fu David Carradine or Kung Fu Panda. Or the last Barry Gordy's the last dragon or something like that. Yeah, so we got another like 10 minutes left on this simmering for the leeks. Oh, let's see. Hold on. Zeers, thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. Wow, 3 months already. Wow. Because Plasma, she gifted you what, 3 months I think it was or something, or she gifted you one. Either way though, I appreciate it to you guys. You guys are great. Let's see, Mal, I had miso soup with tofu before, and it was the first time I tried tofu. It was actually pretty tasty. Yeah, there you go, Zeers. Either way though, I appreciate you guys for being here. Sue, what's wrong? What are you doing, big baby? What are you doing up here? Stay away from the tofu. Hey, what did you say? Stay away from me. You have a problem, listen. It's like as if you don't speak English. Souffle? Not yet. Not yet. We're doing miso soup today. But I'd still have the raspberry souffle recipe on hand. I just haven't put any lot of effort into it yet. I gotta get the ramekins and I haven't put any effort into getting them. So sooner or later I will. But I'm just very bad at being consistent with things. Did I miss something? Oh, it just showed up. I think it just took forever to show up. That was a weird sequence of what's it called? Alerts. Because I just saw it on the stream. But I saw it in chat. Weird. Maybe got it like Nakoko where all their stuff is delayed, unfortunately. These are a little bit because I have to touch everything. What's up, big baby Sue? Look at those bonito flakes down there. Why don't you go get them? What are you up here for? Pestering me? Look at a big baby. Oh, he's so cute. But yeah, we're trying to get Sue to lay off my stuff right now. She's trying to eat the tofu. I don't know why she wants to eat everything. Go eat food. You have food. She wants to eat the bonito, which is fine. I understand that. I gave her some. She's not eating it. Now she wants to eat the tofu, which is weird because I don't think no cats would like soy. And she's being a general pain right now. So in the meantime, let's try to figure out what we're gonna do. I'm gonna transfer the soup into this the container I used for my rice cooker. I'm gonna transfer it into there just to have a receptacle. You know what I mean, to transfer back and forth. The only problem with this thing is I gotta use a pot handle for that, or a pot, what do they call it, an oven mitt, because it conducts heat very well. Because it does the job that it's supposed to do. So if you put anything remotely hot in there, you can burn your hand. just because it's hot. Like even when I wash it, I have the hot water on, but then I gotta like take it in there for a little bit and take it out, take it in there for a little bit and take it out. So just so the metal doesn't get too hot in my hands. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna use that to transfer. We're gonna strain the soup into this, and then from there we're gonna put it back into the pan. I don't know if you guys see her now, but Sue's doing laps. She's got zoomies right now. She's running around. And the only reason she really gets excited when I stream and she starts running in here thinking everything's going on is because I'm talking. And obviously, you know, she hears noise, she hears me talking. So she thinks I'm talking to her probably. But, you know, what are you doing? Yeah? Go eat your bonito flakes. They're right there. Look, right here. Or you want your toys? Oh, yeah, you want your toys. Come here. Yeah, you want your toys? Forget it. There she goes. Alright, got another 6 minutes left in this one to simmer. It's still, like I said, it still doesn't really look like it's simmering, essentially, but whatever. No big deal. I'll turn it up just a little bit. front of the thing is dirty. That's gross. I don't like it. But how's everybody's weekend gone so far as we kill the time in between waiting for this thing to simmer? There's a can here in there too. I had a good day yesterday. I went out to finally see the new Doctor Strange movie. Watched that. I went to Five Guys Burgers and Fries afterwards and had a burger. Came home, played some games, and just relaxed. It was a good day, you know. Today I woke up and I think it's just the pressure of knowing that I got to do certain things at certain times kind of bothers me more than it used to in the past. Like I knew today that I had to let the kombu soak for 4 hours. So that meant I had to get up around 8 or 8:30 to get it ready. You know, just put in some water and soak it, and then go back to whatever I was doing. But just the idea of that kind of like put a little bit of pressure on myself, you know. I swear to Jesus, what are you doing right now? You being a baby. Stop being such a baby right now. Go play this stuff right here. I'm bored with now. Marvel now. It's just milking the cash cow now. I understand what you mean. For me personally, since I used to work at a comic shop, I know a lot of the stories that they're adapting and kind of making into their own. So for me, I'm like, oh man, I'm like, which one they're doing next? And after watching that movie, I'm like, okay, I got an idea now what they're going to be doing, you know? So for me, it's kind of like, that's really cool. I like the idea of what's coming up. But I can understand, though. The articles always talk about superhero fatigue. They always say that people are going to get tired of it, and people are going to get tired of it. And it's true, you know? Some people will, and some people don't, you know? But I understand what you mean, though, completely. Let me see that Tuesday, ain't it? Good so far. Had lots of fun, family time. Well, I had lots of family time yesterday. That's cool. Made lasagna and banoffee pie. Is that how you pronounce it? That's lasagna's always good. And I haven't heard the other one though. That sounds killer too. Though. I'm guessing since lasagna is like a meat dish, it tends to be can be. The other one might not be a meat pie, but more of like a pastry. I could be wrong. I'm guessing. This is more of what the simmer I was looking for, but yeah, it's good enough. It's whatever. It's still gonna simmer with the bonito flakes anyway, so it's not that big a deal, you know. So let's get that ready. This is what we're calling a 4th cup. Not too bad. Was it banoffee dip pie, ginger biscuit paste, condensed milk heated up and cooled? No, stay off this. You are being a pain. Go play with your food. She sees the bonito flakes and she wants them. It's like she has them right away. Go eat the ones you have right here. Look. Look, baby kitty. Right here. Yeah, they're right there in front of you. You have a very strong nose. Use it to sense that you have food in front of you. See a layer of fresh banana, a layer of cream, and some grated chocolate to decorate. Oh, that sounds really good. That's kind of like what the tres leche cake I made the other day. Obviously, minus the banana. But with the condensed milk, cream, use evaporated milk too as well. Heat up cold set layer. That sounds really good though. I'll have to try that one of these days or look at it or at least get into it. I hope to get released back to work on the 16th. I'll know Tuesday. Oh, that ain't too bad. Because you had your surgery, right? And that's why you've been, like, not on leave, but, like, just maybe on leave, actually. I think about it. I don't know. You know, I'm thinking about it. Like, I've been simmering this water. It's 2 cups, or 4 cups. It's like, how much of the water is going to be left by the time we're done with this, man? All right. We hit that 1 minute mark. We're good enough on that. Let's go ahead and stop the timer. I'm going to throw in the bonito flakes. See those? They just like disintegrate almost instantly. All right, so that's another, 15 minutes? And those are going to simmer. It almost looks like no water is gonna be left in this thing, which I'm kind of scared of, to be honest. Yeah, it says 1 to 4 cups. It says 4 cups of water, right? That's it. It's all the. I don't know. I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried. Let's see. Then I'll be moving my office to the main campus by the first. I think the main question is if I'll be allowed to drive or have to be taken to and from work. Though, yeah, that could be difficult. But let's hope it all works out, though. Actually, in the meantime, I'll put these flakes away before the cat comes get me again. Luckily, I don't have to put this thing in the plastic container because it has a little zip thing at the top. The other one didn't. It was just open. Okay. There's that. So it's like I said, this is not a hard dish to make. Man, there's like no water in there. It just seems like nothing. I'm gonna look at that. That's gonna be bugging me. No, this is. It doesn't say to add more water. You know. I don't know. It's kind of bugging me actually. Maybe we had the water from the. No. That was great. Let's see, a small pot over medium heat. Bring the dashi to a low simmer. Okay. Add the tofu and the dashi stock. Let's see what's it saying. In a bowl with hot water and let it rehydrate. Add the tofu, wakame to the dashi stock and warm about 3 minutes. Reduce the heat to medium-low. Place 1 tablespoon sugar in the ladle. Blah blah blah. It just doesn't seem like it's enough water. It's bugging me. Like, if I take the water from the wakame over here and add it to it, obviously it's going to bolster it. But at the same time, it's going to dilute it. And if it does, well, it's going to dilute it for sure. But at the same time, by how much? You know, like I'm looking at the tofu that I have that I cut up for this thing. It's like. Let me look at it. Where does it say? 8 ounces, right? How much was the big thing that I bought? Oh, it's 14 ounces. So I'm actually only supposed to use half that tofu. Still, we'll be alright. We'll use half that amount. We'll get the miso in there. I just feel like something's wrong. I don't feel like there's enough water in here. But whatever, no big deal. Maybe I could have covered it. Because it didn't say to cover it this entire time, you know what I mean? But, meh. It's whatever. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. We'll be alright. So I should have did a practice run. I tend to do a practice run with these. But then doing the combo for 4 hours, like I forget. So by the time I got around to it, I'm like, ugh. Oh, I'm missing some stuff here. I'm excited to focus on one thing I have in my own office. I'm going to Star Wars it out. It's just how it all came about that isn't the greatest, but I'll get there. Hey, it could be worse, Ashley. Right, Sue? No, stay down there. Don't jump up here. No. Oh, that. No. Stop it. You're being an absolute chatter now. Stop it. No. I swear. I swear you want to be a pain today. I swear. Should never gave you bonito flakes. I said if you were good, I'd give them to you, but you're being bad. Eat them. That's what you wanted. Anyway, let me get the miso paste ready. So the one we got is it says shiro miso on it. It's a soybean paste, white soybeans. Here we go. Is that like a? That's funny. It's like a dehydrator, or not dehydrator, an oxygen eater type thing. You know? Here we go. Our first tablespoon once we get ready. I'm just trying to get everything a little bit ahead of time because we have so much time in between with all the simmering and everything. I'm beginning to think maybe I should have did 5 cups of water, despite the fact that they said 4, just because it doesn't seem like it's enough. But that's what we do everything. We do everything by the book first, so we can find out later what is wrong or what we can do to make it better or to make more to our liking. It's like a science experiment. So there's a control, and then you put in the experiment later on. So our control is this one. We're doing everything by the book, and then we'll go from there. I definitely have enough ingredients to do this again because I'm only gonna use half that tofu. You know, and I have another block in there and some more leeks just in case. What are you doing, Bobby? What do you see? Hmm? Look at this cat. She's messing over here with the carpet. Yeah. Yeah. Sue. Yeah, yeah. What are you doing? Hmm? Look up here. No, I'm slinking away over there. Yeah, big baby. Hmm? It's a little handball, look at her. Half of my good is in the camera too. Pretty baby. Hmm? She wants the toys is what she wants. Hold on, let me get something. Yeah? Come get it. Hmm? Come get it. There you go. Yeah, so we're back to the stock right here. It smells good, that's for sure. Like I can smell it's like a fishy smell because of the bonito. But it's got the leek and the combo in there too as well, those are smells I'm not quite used to. But like I had miso soup the other day just to kind of give myself a target of what I should make it as and taste profiles and all that. And it smells like what I ate the other day, so it's getting there. We haven't had the miso yet, of course, you know what I mean. And the other thing too, I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but there's like literally no seasonings, like traditional seasonings going into this. There's no salt, there's no pepper, there's no onion, there's no, garlic, none of that. You know, like your usual, it's like salt, pepper, garlic, all that. But we're using the bonito, we're using the seaweed, we're using the leeks, we're gonna use the miso. You know what I mean? All those flavors from those items aren't your traditional, salt and pepper. You know what I mean? Your traditional stuff that you see. But this is where all the flavors are coming from. We don't have to add that. The salt's in the bonito. It's in the miso. You know what I mean? It's all type of stuff like that. So it's interesting to make a soup like this. It's incredibly delicious. I really like miso soup. Without the holy trinity that is all like European, I guess you'd say soups, which is onion, celery, and carrots. That's like your holy trinity when it comes to any type of soup. You put those in there first, then you add your like your chicken stock or whatever beef stock or whatever stock you're using, vegetable stock, and then you move on from there. You know what I mean? That's like the basics. So something like this is just it's completely different. Hey Lynn, how you doing? Let's get you a shout out too as well. Let's see if Val's here. She could do it, please. That'd be great. If not, I can do it. It's no problem. But we're 4 minutes left on the simmering of the bonito and the leeks. We're gonna drain that. Sleepy because it's hot AF. Oh man, it's not too hot today, fortunately. But I always get really warm whenever I do like anything. So right now I have the AC on because I'm sweating a little bit, especially in the beginning. But right now it's not so bad. I'm surviving. But yeah, we're on the part where we're almost to the part where we drain this, and then we add in our tofu. I think it is next. Let's look at the recipe. What you got there, big baby? Got your toy that you gave to me? Thank you. Oop, go get it. Give me that toy. That's my toy. No, you don't get that. That's me. Ooh, you almost got me. Okay. There you go. There's the soup for you. 97 feels like 104. Ugh. Yeah, that's awful. I've been there. So yeah, we're going to once we drain it. Oh no, let's see. We actually have to let it sit there for a little bit. We have to let it sit for 5 minutes, so we actually have more time. It's almost like tea. You gotta let it kind of just sit there. Was doing great at staying inside till hubby wanted to help out at the hangar. Oh man. Yeah, I try not to go outside if it's too hot. It doesn't feel good. Not a good feeling at all. So I gotta move this leak around a little bit. Strip everything because I have to touch everything. And of course the big baby over here playing with her toys. What are you doing? What do you got there? You got a little toy? You trying to put it underneath the carpet? Yeah? You get it. So for those of you who can see the toy, it's hard to see, but it's a strip off the side of a sliced cheese packaging with a piece of electrical tape on the end of it to give it weight so I could throw it. She loves it. She just loves she likes little things like that. She also likes red. Get it, Bubba. Yeah? Anything red she likes to attack. Get it, Bubba. It's right by your head. There it is. Get it. There you go. Yeah, she's a big old baby. She's cute. She's gonna put it underneath the carpet too. I don't know because that's like one of her old tactics. Put things under the little carpets. Get it, Bubba. Get it. Yeah. It's hard to hear, but she's like, She's making these little noises, little chirps. Yeah. We got another 40 seconds on our. So right now it's simmering, right? That's what we have it doing. And after that, we gotta let it seep for like 5 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off early. Put the timer off and add a new timer of 5 minutes. There we go. So like I said, this is not a very difficult recipe. It's just a lot of like little steps, like taking it carefully and doing the right thing. I'm still bothered by the amount of water that's left in this. It doesn't seem like a lot. It seems like I lost half the water, to be honest. But it is what it is. I don't know. I'm still debating whether to add all that water that I put in with the tablespoon of was it wakame? I think that's how you pronounce it. The seafood in the back. Whatever. Like I said, we're gonna do everything by the book. exactly how they want us to do it, and we'll go from there. And since this has been simmering for a while, well, that's the other thing too. Is that did I boil it or was it at a simmer? Because to me, a simmer has always been like light bubbles, and a boil has just been the heavy bubbles, right? So maybe I should have been simmering this entire time. I don't know. Maybe I should have been doing a lower than a simmer. It's just one of those things that it comes down to your skill level. You know what I mean? Like my skill level is just I'm basic. You know what I mean? I'm here just cooking in my kitchen. You know? But if I was somebody that was around this more often, seeing the process, then maybe I could know more. Like if I watched more videos, maybe. But they don't follow this recipe exactly either. Everybody has their own style. It's like going to the South and asking for somebody's peach cobbler recipe. I bet you everything's gonna be different. Family to family. So what's up? You get your toy? Come on. You wanna get it? Yeah, go get it then. What if I can get a little bit closer? It's not too bad. You can still see everything in there, so it's not too bad at all. Once this part's done, we're almost we're just about over the hump when it comes to this. Because what we're making is dashi stock. And then once this is done, we have our dashi, right? You know, it's funny. It's funny that this recipe mentions that because it says 4 cups of dashi stock. So maybe I should have made double this to make up for that. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. Because I think at this point, I'm making dashi stock and I know how to make dashi stock. So the recipe's like make 4 cups of dashi stock. I bet you that's where I've gone wrong. And that place that we can't do that necessarily. You know what I mean? I can't go back and fix it. You know what I mean? It's like it's already done. You know what I mean? We have to. I'm just wiping this fan up here. It's pretty gross looking right now. Anyway, I can't go back and fix it because you have to put the kombu in there for 4 hours. So it's not like I can just add water. You know what I mean? What I could technically do is have the recipe from there. You know what I mean? Because how much water are we gonna have back here? There's this guy I used to watch the cooking videos on YouTube. His cats were trained to sit on stools in the counter and watch him cook. He'll sniff at the ingredients and stuff. It was cute. Yeah, I've seen that guy before. I believe he does. I believe he lives in Japan or something. He might live in like an Asian country of some sort. And he would make his own cat food for the cat sometimes. And there was 2 orange ones, I believe. And he was really good with them and all that. They're real nice. They were really well trained too as well. Unlike this little demon over here. Yeah? Yeah? Yeah, little demon. Come here. Come here, big baby. You funny cat. Go get this. Get your bell. There you go. Yeah, you take him on his bike. I remember that. Yep. Yeah, I used to watch those too. They're good videos. The guy was very nice with his cats. Very calm videos too. Not like me, where I start yelling. But it was a general demeanor. It was very calm. So what we're gonna do after this is done, we're gonna measure how much stock is left in there. Because we made dashi stock, but we may not have made enough for the recipe. If you get what I'm saying. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna. Oh, here's the timer. We're gonna filter it into there. Then we're gonna measure it on our way back in. Because right now we're gonna have to put the wakame back in the bowl, or no, in the soup. So let's do the first part. Let's actually take this up so you guys can see this a little bit better. Okay. Let's wash this out too as well. Not all of it comes out. Okay. Now that this has been strained. What? Hmm. Okay. I gotta move this somewhere actually. I didn't think about that. Let's go dump this out. Like I said from before, you can keep the bonito flakes and the kombu from earlier and dry them out, and use that as a seasoning for your rice. You grind them up and all that. Okay. Get them off. Okay. You alert? All right. Thank you, Lynn. All right, let's measure this. I got it's not even 2 cups. See? I knew it. So now what we're gonna do then is we're gonna accommodate. We're just gonna use like half of what they asked for at this point. That kind of sucks. I'm not gonna worry if a lot of this water comes with it. You know what I mean? Yes. At this point, we need it. You know. This smells very familiar for some odd reason. Unless the video's over and it looped to something else. That's good enough. Okay. So there's that. And we added the tofu. You're in the way. You gotta move, Bubba. And like I said, we're gonna use about half of the tofu that I cut. But then again, we're also running out of space. So I'm not gonna use all of the half that I was gonna use. I'm gonna use a quarter, basically, of what I cut. Or a third. Now we're gonna heat that back up. It says you have to warm it. It says add tofu and wakame to the dashi stock and warm about 3 minutes. Reduce the heat to medium low. Place 1 tablespoon shiro miso into the ladle and then add a small amount of dashi to it. But we're gonna do it in the dashi. Like I said, it kind of stinks that it's not enough liquid. This is like 1 serving right here. This sucks. But no big deal. It's like no liquid. Yeah, we're gonna have to just add some liquid to it. We're gonna have to dilute it. It's gonna have to happen this way, guys. I'm sorry. We'll add extra miso just to kind of make up for it. Hydrate. All right, I have some A&W zero sugar. I'm gonna drink real quick. Let me refill my water in the meantime so I can get that. That'll be my hydrate. There you go. It's a little pinkish because I had Mio in it earlier. There you go. I'll drink some water for you. Alright, much better. Figured, yeah, right? No, it's good. It's good that I do. Did you knock over your stuff, boo? Yes, you did. I bought some cat grass for her, and I suing myself for like the only things I can keep alive, unfortunately. That plant I tried, and it's destroyed. I kept it in the sunlight. I watered it weekly, like they said, or twice a week. You know, I'm having trouble. It's struggling just like I am. So this is gonna reheat pretty soon. And then we're just gonna add the dashi. Or not the dashi, the miso. So this is what we're gonna do actually. Just let me get I packed it in there pretty good. It ain't coming out. So I've seen another gentleman do this is on his recipe. He took the miso and put it in a whisk. He actually just dipped the whole whisk in the miso paste itself, and from there he decided to what do they call it? To dissolve it that way. We got another 2 more minutes until it starts to get warm enough. And let me make sure I'm doing the right thing before I do that. Yeah, reduce the heat to medium low. Gotcha. I'm still upset by how much water, is left. Because it tells you, I think the book should have said, this is how you make dashi stock, but you're going to need 4 cups of it rather than like showing it as 4 cups of dashi stock in the recipe. Like for me, it just says dashi stock, and that's how you do it. So I figured I was doing 4 cups by doing it that way. But then again, science factors in at that point. It's like you're boiling water, Sean. You're losing, you're losing water. But we'll do it again for sure. I might even do it again next week. Who cares? Forget about it. Okay, medium low. Okay. Trying not to burn my hands too as well. A little bit of chunks in there. Not too bad. And since this is kind of low, I'm hitting the side of the pan with my, what's it called? Hand as well. I don't want to drop it on there. This is what we're going to do. Since we've already hit the wall. Just use a tablespoon. Mix it up a little bit. So it's looking good so far, but it is missing, it is missing a lot of the water that was supposed to be in our dashi, I should say. But whatever, we make do. I think it's going to be enough paste because we don't have a lot of water. I'm going to have to put away this tofu. Do something with that. And now we're going to chop up some scallions. And we'll add it. We'll add it to the dish. Because we're just about done. Like I said, I'm not too pleased with the outcome just because of what's the word I'm looking for? Underestimating the amount of dashi we're going to make out of it. I am a little disappointed in that frame of mind, but it could be far worse. It could always be worse. What are you doing, Big B? So I gotta get her off of my stuff so she doesn't try to eat everything. I find it really strange that she's interested in the tofu of all things. I mean, that's weird. Let me get a better knife than this. I have this big knife to cut some green onions right now. I'm like, I don't need a big old knife for that. What I need is a lot smaller knife. I got something like this. Hey, you need to move. You need to move. You're in space. So I'm gonna chop up some green onions, and we're gonna keep it like really thin if we can. Just because it goes better in the soups once they're hot. It's looking pretty good so far, but like I said, it could have been better if we had more we had made more dashi. But that's what we do. We do things to learn and to figure it out on our own. Because we can't have everybody else do it for us all our life. We do have to figure it out on our own sometime. And that's half the fun, to be honest. Trying new things and figuring it out. Because you find out where stuff can go wrong. Nothing can be perfect. And if you can figure out and learn from your mistakes, then that's not a day wasted right there. I know it's riveting, entertainment content right now, but I am chopping up this green onion and trying to be careful about it. Because these ceramic knives are great, and I've said it numerous times before. They're very good at cutting things, and unfortunately, I am also things, so I'm trying to be careful not to cut me. Ooh, I know you're bored. I'm sorry. It's funny. Let me get this. Okay, those are scallion. Alright, let's see. Let's take a spoon to mix this up. And I've already destroyed this pan as far as like the non-stick value goes, so don't even worry about me using a metal spoon on this thing right now. It does look good. It looks different from what I'm used to, but the thing is though, I think it looks different because the what do we call it? The shiro miso that I'm using, and also the lack of more dashi. Because I'm so used to seeing miso soup be more like, like a tan brown, you know what I mean, that type of color, a little deeper red, maybe if anything. But right now, this isn't too bad. It does look like how it looks in the picture though, so that's what matters most. Okay, so let's get that going. I gotta move some stuff out the way. Sue, I need you to move, please. Thank you. Excuse me, big baby. Thank you. Okay. Because we're gonna eventually have to take a picture for Instagram, which I did not cut out the. I didn't cut out the menu for today. I have it printed, but I never cut it out. So that means I'm gonna have to do it afterwards. I might just make another one, just keep for another 4 hours and make a big old thing of dashi and keep it in the fridge or something, Either way. Oh, I'm leaking some soybean juice over here. Of course, it leaks down here, and it's hard to get to. All right, ladies and germs, this is about it. You're just about ready. Alright. Move here, move that here, throw everything out of the way. Let's get our ladle. A darker color miso could be the paste, or that they used shiitake mushrooms in their dashi. Yeah, because there's like red bean, what's it called, miso as well that I've seen. But this one specifically called for the shiro, which I think is the white bean. I could be wrong on that though. I'm looking at this right now and I'm thinking that it's like, oh, I still have it on heat. That's not good. Okay. Get the ladle in there. Might as well just pour it all in at this point. Yep, we basically just made one serving. It wasn't enough for multiple, which is fine because we can make more. We know how to make it. We know what we're doing now, so we can always make more. And I have plenty of ingredients to do so too as well. So that's looking pretty good though, guys. Let's see. Let's bring this back over here so it doesn't burn my hands. Ooh, it's hot. Ooh, it's hot. Help. There we go. Let's get our spoon in there to kind of round things up a little bit. There we go. It's looking pretty much what I'm used to. The consistency of the broth. Like I said, it's just a different color than what I'm used to from other places. But like, if I were to show you right now, there is the recipe, right? And then if I take it away, it's pretty much the same thing. Not too bad. Except they use bigger chunks of tofu in there, you know? Maybe Sue. I know you want some too, but I shouldn't. Let's go and try this then. It's very hot right now, obviously. But, you know, we did it. We did do it. You know what I mean? It just wasn't as much as we wanted it to be. Like, this is all I have, so I'm not going to eat too much of it. I got to take a picture for Instagram. And I didn't taste it beforehand either, so let's try it. Let me get a little bit of that broth. It's good so far, though. Hey, stop. Move your hands. Hey, come on. No, it's good, though. It came out good. It's still good. Like I said, it's just not the desired amount that we wanted to create. No, but it's still good. It's still tasty. Would I put more miso next time? Maybe. I definitely want more dashi. Like, I can sense that it's missing a little bit of that, you know what I mean? Just because I know, and then the flavor from what I had last time, it was a very strong taste from the place that I bought it from, you know? So we'll make it again, for sure. On stream, not necessarily, you know what I mean? But, you know, no big deal. Are we going to recycle it and do it again? You know, it ain't no big deal. Tofu is good too, by the way. Photo. No, this is great. I'm gonna let this sit around though. I'm gonna let this sit around so it kind of just all the flavors kind of get to know each other a little bit better. Like, cause we had it simmering there for a little bit. It's not bad, you know what I mean? It's not a bad thing. It's still good. It's still tasty, but I want to let this sit a little bit so it cools down, and I can eat it more. But everyone just stare at the soup really quick while I cut out the little sign, because that's the right thing to do. We gotta get a picture for Instagram, because I haven't been keeping up with Instagram. Like I told you before in the past, guys, I'm very inconsistent with things. So I'm trying to be a little more consistent. Or at least put forth the effort and just say, call it a wash and be like, well, I didn't do it. And therefore I don't have to. So, you know, just because you didn't do it doesn't mean you can't do it. So, and for those wondering, this is how I do the what's it called? Little menus. I just print it out and cut it out. Very simple. And I get my little chalkboard that I have. Before I bought markers, like chalk markers, and they didn't really work out too well. They didn't like erase like I wanted them to. It was very annoying. I thought they were just gonna erase just like chalk and kind of leave maybe a little bit of residue, but they weren't showing up on the chalkboard that well. Maybe because it's like a pseudo chalkboard, not an actual like physical, like real life chalkboard type thing, you know what I mean? Maybe that's why it didn't work out too well. But you'll see in a couple seconds what I'm talking about. So I use these little clips to hold it on. Then here's the old one, right? The rosemary lamb chops. And look at that. Today's menu, orange chicken. You can still read that because it just won't come off. So I still did the menus and all that beforehand, but like now I have to. You know, I can't not do it at this point. I wish I had like a better way of making this show like stay on here. I guess the clips is like a little bit of charm, you know what I mean? It's not too bad. It works. That's what matters most, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So there we go, ladies and germs. There is our miso soup. There's our miso soup and our little sign. We're done for today, pretty much. We've tasted it and it tastes pretty good. You know what I mean? So we just gotta take our picture for Instagram, and that's it. We're done for the day. Not too bad. It's only a 2 hour day. I thought it was gonna be a little shorter stream in general. So it's not too bad. I didn't really want to stream today, to be honest. I was kind of like in my mind about not wanting to stream. I was just tired and mentally, and your mind is very strong and it can sabotage you sometimes. So today I was just like, I don't want to do it. I'm tired. I don't want to be bothered with anything. It was like trying to look for any reason not to do it today, basically. Thanks, Pino. But in the spirit of May being Mental Health Awareness Month, I was like, let's do it. F it. What do I got to lose? Lose time? No. I gain time. I gain the benefit and the time of being around the people that are support me. And I don't mean financially, obviously. I mean people that are here emotionally supporting. Thank you, Val. Appreciate that. So it's just for me to be held up a little bit by doing this. People come on and keep me up a little bit. So anyway, let's go ahead and stream for now. Thank you, Britton. I appreciate that. We're gonna go ahead and stream next week. I'm so tempted just to not do it, but this is the whole month. We have to stream the whole month. That's what it comes down to. Because mental health awareness month, we have to do it whole month because mental health is trying to stop me from doing it. My mind is trying to look for any excuse not to stream. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna be strong, and we're gonna go through the whole month. So next week we're gonna play some more of the Outer Worlds. We'll do that for the next couple weeks, and then I think I'm gonna take another stab at miso soup. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again at the end of the month, but this time I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna do it in the right amounts. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna take another stab at it, guys. Just because I feel like this is the trial run that I should have done, as opposed to what I normally do. You know what I mean? So I think that's what we're gonna do. So let's Sue, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here, big baby. You wanna smell the soup? Yeah? Come here. Come here, Steve. Let go with it. Ooh, what does that smell like? It smells pretty good, Bubba? What do you think? What do you think, big baby? Yeah? Come here, Stevie. Come here. There you go. Good kitty. She's as bad. She's 4, I think. Super job there. Thank you, Britton. I appreciate that. But yeah, let's go ahead and end this. So let's do our usual outro. Get my phone so I can transition the screens. Make sure Sue doesn't eat any of my food. Raise it up. It's got an odd angle right now. Come here. Hang out with me. So for me and Sue, thank you guys for showing up, hanging out with us, and being there. So I thank you guys. We'll see you next time. We'll do Outer Worlds next week, and then pretty much for the rest of the week until the end of the month. At the end of the month, we'll do miso soup again to do it right this time, and maybe we'll change it up a little bit too. Maybe we'll add some stuff. But thank you guys for being here. We're gonna go ahead and end stream, and let's see if anybody's streaming still. Let's see if we can send out a raid. So go ahead and guys hang on there real quick as I go to try to figure out if anybody's streaming still, so we can send them a raid. In the meantime, stare at the soup. Super job, I saw that, Britton. Alrighty. You know what? Let's throw it over Twinkie. Twinkie's streaming right now. And I haven't been by Twinkie streams that much just because I've been busy. So we're gonna go raid Mr. Stealthy Twinkie. Raid Stealthy Twinkie HD. See if that's the right one. Yep, there we go. Alright guys, we're gonna go raid Twinkie. He's playing Elden Ring. Say hi. do our usual. We don't have a raid message. We don't have a raid call. You know what I mean? Just if you really want to be goofy about it and be silly, just say greetings from the Chicken Prince and do a bunch of emotes. But in the meantime, let's just say hi. So see you guys. Have a great one. Thanks for showing up, and we'll see you on the next stream. Bye bye.